Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 427th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So it's been a pretty good while since I actually featured Boogie Down Productions on the channel, since it was relatively early in the page's lifespan, when I knocked out essential Golden Age LPs like 1987's Criminal Minded or 1988's By All Means Necessary. But of course, I've also had lead member KRS-One in the series multiple times for his solo work, with projects like 1993's Return of the Boom Bap or his 1995 self-titled sophomore album. And while I'm still trying to add 1997's I Got Next to the collection, in the meantime, I thought I might as well cover one of the only other BDP releases I have on deck, which would double as their final project, 1992's Sex and Violence. Now, as any Boogie Down fan knows, this act was originally comprised of KRS and DJ Scott LaRock. However, following Scott's tragic murder that took place shortly after the release of the debut, the duo was trimmed down to just Chris. And while that heinous crime did play a direct role in making KRS a more socially aware and conscious artist, there would only be a handful of years before he understandably switched from releasing music under the BDP name to working on his own solo discography, though he definitely did an admirable job of keeping the group's name afloat post Scott LaRock's passing, as even in between their second LP and the final project we're discussing today, we got a couple of other quality albums like 1989's Ghetto Music, The Blueprint of Hip Hop, along with Edutainment the very next year, which really goes to show how much time this dude was spending in the studio. Because in this era, KRS was pretty much never letting a year pass without dropping a full-length album, and the only exception would be 1991, though I'm sure most of that year was spent working on Sex and Violence here, considering it dropped super early in 92. This is one LP where you can definitely hear the beginning of KRS-One moving away from the sound he pioneered with Boogie Down and starting to embrace the more rugged, hardcore boom bap style that he would carry through the remainder of the 90s. But Sex and Violence also stands apart from the rest of their discography, just through how insanely unique and dope the album art is. And it was a pretty vast departure from the kind of covers you got on all the other BDP albums and even Chris's solo work, where they usually just feature KRS front and center. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that at all, I just highly appreciate the creative liberties they took here. However, the thing with the final Boogie Down Productions full length is it actually sold marginally less than their previous efforts, only doing half the numbers of Edutainment, which could be due to a myriad of reasons. But KRS seems to think it was because of an incident that happened earlier that year, where the alternative hip-hop act PM Dawn was performing, and he stormed the stage in order to address comments the duo made, questioning the Blastmaster's role as a quote-unquote teacher. This paired with a small rift with X-Clan over certain differences in how they interpreted Afrocentrism, along with some pretty hard-to-market song concepts like Say Gal, which KRS wrote about the ongoing sexual assault trial of Mike Tyson at the time, all culminated in this LP getting swept under the rug a bit, especially during its release, though I feel like when you step back and put it in the wider context of the entire BDP discography, it's actually one of their stronger efforts and is jam-packed with hard-hitting beats and energetic, lyrically witty verses. One of my favorite examples of the latter comes on the track Rough Rough, where KRS seamlessly transitions from the killer hook right into his first verse, which he kicks off with, "But this is a KRS menage a trois. When me open up to work, I put a cape on me back, then me fly all around the MC world. KRS, the article is not to be fucked with, tempered with, or tampered with. Don't give a fuck if you want a riff, but when you say Chris, already derivative of Chris, my eyebrows lift and that ass I get with. As a matter of fact, I attack, hijack, set back your career like a quarterback that broke his back. My tongue is like a bat. Your eye'll get black, you'll need an ice pack. I'm all that, come with your whole pack. You'll be praying to the god of Isaac, so Freddie Fox, it's time to get tough, just get on the mic and get rough. Then, as the end of his verse implies, he invites New York legend and Gangstar Foundation member Freddie Fox, also known as Bumpy Knuckles, onto this rugged and funky instrumental to lay down a top tier verse of his own, which he definitely accomplished here, which is why I want to share his killer set of bars as well, since I feel like this dude is a pretty underrated MC in general, and I haven't really had much of a chance to focus on him before. I'm not going to read the entire thing since Freddie goes on for a good minute or two with this track, but I do want to share a good chunk, and he starts off this set of personality-filled raps with "Listen as I flex, cause I'm about to rip up shop. It's the return of the hip-hop master, Freddie the Fox. Rappers that see me don't even speak, just walk, cause I'm the maddest man in New York. I see a rapper in the crowd that I don't like, I wanna fight. So when I drop the mic, I'ma jump off the stage. Bum rush ya crowd of wimps, suckers that wanna be pimps. I heard it said that a pimp will sell his ass if his hoe won't, but Freddie Fox don't. Cover your chest, G, you better wear a bulletproof vest, C, cause I'm about to leave this place a motherfucking mess. Open hearts on the floor as I explore rappers that wanted to be more than number 4. Number 1's a hard spot, either you fight or get shot. So this is what I got. 3 Tech 9s, my Uzi, 10 grenades, my razor blades, and I aim to get paid. So who wanna step to this? Don't come soft, cause I'ma straight up knock rappers off. And when the cops come to get me, I'ma take a dead body and bout 10 cops with me. I'm sick and tired of hearing rappers talk smack about who's nice and who's whack. Motherfuck that. They know my style and my rep every stage that I stepped on. I was the rapper they slept on. But y'all rappers keep sleeping, cause when I plant bombs in your house, I'ma wake you up and punch you in your motherfucking mouth. Knock your wife out, take your sons to safety, cause they're just kids. And I wanna raise them to face me. And when they get a little bigger, I'ma mop them little critters and put their fingerprints on the trigger. Double homicide called the vice. Another rapper and his family with no life. And Freddie Fox caught you bluffing. I got you in my torture chamber and you scream, oh damn, it's like Silence of the Lambs. But I don't mingle them and eat them. I take MCs to the war zone and there I defeat them. As you can tell, both Bumpy Knuckles and KRS set the lyrical bar pretty high for this project, but they were joined by a few other quality artists like Kid Capri, Kenny Parker, Willie D, and Heather B. And there was also a small but respectable group of producers who handled these dope instrumentals, including Pal Joey, DJ Kenny Parker, B-Square, Prince Paul, and KRS-One himself. For my 3 favorite tracks on this one, I think I would ultimately have to trim the fat down to Rough Rough, Duck Down, and We In There. As for honorable mentions, I definitely still want to give a shout out to songs like The Original Way, Like a Bottle, Build and Destroy, 13 and Good, Poisonous Products, How Not to Get Jerked, and Who Are the Pimps. Thank you for watching my 427th video. Next time, we have another one of those albums that's technically been in my collection for over a year now. I just didn't have a copy with the actual album cover until recently, so check in for that overdue act, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know your favorite moments off of this controversial, kind of cult classic of a farewell LP. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.